What's up, Highland from the Oval Office?
Square.
The presidential suite.
Yes. We're
What's
not on,
up?
is it Pennsylvania Avenue?
1600.
1601.
I knew the street. Oh, all right.
Or is it 1600?
I think it's just 1600.
I think you're right.
All right. Well,
Yeah. But anyways, we're there. Live.
feel like it. Feel like it. This is where President Clinton sat. I noticed the staff.
Better not go there.
We'll just leave it to your imagination.
Leave it to me. Leave it to me. All right.
No, we're here at Bailout here in Highland. Bailout Escape Rooms.
Yep. Joe Horseman, Jeff Wynot over there. We're on, gosh dang, what are we on? Episode 29 or?
Ooh, yeah. I haven't even been keeping track. But we're
track.
getting up there.
I'm a numbers guy.
It's awesome.
So.
Yeah, we're pretty excited. The following keeps coming. Just want to remind everyone to follow us on YouTube, Facebook, What's Up Highland. We still have probably another 2 months of episodes that are lined up. So we're pretty excited. Got some good guests coming. So let's just jump right in here. What do you think, Jeff?
Yeah, we got some new owners taking over that have recently taken over and bought the Bailout Escape Room. And how long has it been now? When did you guys? Or I guess we should introduce them.
Introduce yourself.
Joe, they're your family, so why don't you introduce?
Well, I didn't want to disclose that to anyone.
It's okay.
That's
they
fine.
are.
I'm Jackie Manning.
And I'm Kent Manning. We just took over Bailout here February 10th of this year. So we purchased the business from Frank and Gina Lipsky. And yeah, everything's been going pretty smooth here lately.
All right. So you guys just took over. Is this your first business venture? Family venture, correct?
Yeah, it's definitely our first adventure. So definitely learning, all the aspects.
Good. Hey, we'll help you out. Aspects.
I got you.
Aspects of business. So yeah, it's definitely been a little bit of a learning curve for us, but I think we're kind of getting the hang of it.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome.
lots of levels.
All right.
Yeah, how is working as a husband and wife duo?
I think it's actually improved the situation.
Nice.
It's just it's a lot of communication. You have to have that really in any relationship or business for that matter. So yeah, it's good.
So you're encouraging every couple out
Yes,
there
go buy a
that
business.
needs to improve their marriage to go buy a business,
Definitely
right?
wouldn't go to that
It
level.
doesn't work for everyone like that.
Oh shoot.
So go ahead.
No, you go. Joe.
I was just curious. So I mean, you guys, you both have jobs. How Jeff and I always like to kind of find out the draw of what brings people into the space that they're in. So how did you guys get here? Were you looking to get into something? To give us a little bit of the why and the how.
I'll start with just by saying I initially was not interested. It was more of a scare, nervous, concern thing for me. So I'll lead that into Kent getting me to this point.
Yeah, so I've always been interested in doing some type of business, doing something. Finally reached a point in our lives, in our, where we're at to, kind of try to maybe look for something to kind of take that leap and, start something outside of just working for a company. So, so I've kind of came up with numerous things through the years, and it usually gets turned down pretty quickly.
By who? Tell us by who. I'm curious.
But once I kind of floated this idea, we kind of started talking about it a little bit more seriously, and then when we had the opportunity to sit down with Frank and Gina and kind of go over everything, it kind of just drew us in. It really did. And then we had the opportunity to run both the rooms with the family. And then once we did that, we were like, this is really fun. This is something that I think that we could do together, that we can enjoy doing, and then really kind of put some passion behind it. So.
And the kids too.
Yeah.
The kids enjoy helping us. It's truly a family business for us.
Okay. How many kids do you guys have?
2.
Are we
now,
sure?
We
Yeah.
are family. You got me wondering, is there something, a little nephew or niece? I don't know.
No, we've got 2, Sydney and Jace.
Yeah, that was a dual pause. There.
Yeah.
Something.
Stuck
We're not
in
here to
headlights,
start
I
rumors.
guess. Yeah.
And your kids are old enough too, and getting to the point they're learning the ropes from you guys. So do you see, maybe them kind of facilitating some of these games, on the weekends and stuff like that? You see them stepping up in that capacity?
Yeah, for sure. I think that one, for them to see at a younger age how we're running a business, how we're interacting with customers, just the overall interaction of really, I guess, how to run a business. It's good for them to see. And then as well as the games. Yes, I think they both could probably sit in here and run it themselves if they would want to, but we're not there yet. So.
Yeah. So one of the good things is you said they enjoyed it too. So this is a family. I have yet to actually do this an escape room before, so I've never done one. I obviously need to get my family up here.
Well, you should.
But
and
just the first thing was that it's a family type thing. It's not just for adults. It's good for a whole family with their kids and
For sure.
of any ages, you'd say.
I would say it's a puzzle game. It's definitely wearing on your mind, so be prepared for that when you come in. You might need a nap when you're done, but yeah, I would say maybe 5 and up, to each their own. If you feel like your family's in
with
for
adults,
it.
correct?
Yes,
Yeah, you're not just
yes.
going to turn some
Right.
preschoolers in here and
Right.
I can't drop all our kids off.
Yeah.
Go
No,
some-
we are not a daycare.
Hey, that's something you can come up with. You got a third room over there, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no, with an adult, and more or less, a lot of times just to help them with the locks or just give them that little push too.
Yeah, we actually had a couple weeks ago came out for a date night. So they came out for a date night, came out on a Saturday, did one of the rooms, and liked it so much that they booked the following day and brought their kids in.
okay.
So
Yeah.
we thought that was pretty
So
cool.
you have we're in one of the rooms right now.
Yep.
And you have one more to tell us a little bit about Bailout and what you guys have to offer here.
Go ahead.
We currently have 2 rooms. Bailout has been here, I think, 5-ish years. They've got the presidential room, which we are in now. And then we have a Wild West mystery. We are also currently working on a 3rd room, so more to come on that. The rooms take about an hour, up to 10 people. Trying to think, is anything else
You know what? I think I
Oh,
found
no,
a
no.
clue here. Is this marker?
Don't
a
look too
clue?
close.
Yeah, that's definitely not a clue.
Yeah.
All right, that's not a clue.
Yeah, he said you couldn't figure anything out from.
Jeff, I was the entertainer when we did it. Just FYI, like I got in here, it was a little overwhelming, and you could tell who the ones that sit home and do Sudoku are. And it's not me.
You're not one of them.
No, I was here purely for entertainment value. I did happen to, without revealing anything, accidentally I fell backwards into a clue. So I won't say any more than that. But
How does it actually work? So, like, if somebody comes in, if they're struggling with something, like, do they just not move forward? Like, what is the process to figuring everything out? Like, do you guys help out? Do they get clues if they're struggling or stuck, or how does it all work?
Yeah, so that's one of the things we ask whenever the folks get into the room. We kind of gauge as far as how they want to play the game. Do they want to play the game to where, we kind of help them along, or do they want to kind of be more independent and try to find everything out for themselves? Usually there are, some of the folks that do escape rooms, they want that opportunity to try to get as far along as they can without the nudges. But usually if they haven't found anything or opened up a lock or progressed through the game within 5 to 8 minutes, we usually like to try to push them along, kind of help them out. But the whole goal is really the fun of it is whenever you see people and they figure something out and they're like, oh, that was it. Give them that wow moment for a little bit, and then and watch them kind of get excited.
you're saying
Yeah.
watch them. Like are you guys behind the scenes and listening and visualizing what's going on in a room like this?
Yeah, absolutely. So we got cameras throughout the whole the rooms. We can hear and see everything they do from our control center. which leads to some pretty entertaining moments.
It is very
as
entertaining.
well.
Listen, to me, there's another revenue stream here, and that's where you charge people to come in and sit in the control room
And watch their own
other people. I mean,
That's a great idea,
Yeah, we just
actually.
Facebook Live people.
yes, with purchase.
Yeah.
There you
Oh,
go.
that's great.
Yeah.
Subscription service right there.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I would be one that would not want any nudges. Like
There's
I'm
actually a lot
kinda
of people
stubborn
that
as far as that goes.
that feel that way, but once they get in here, then they're like,
But do I want to sit here for an hour? and
okay,
get
we need
nowhere?
a clue. Yeah.
Some
So-
of it is tough. Some of it is tough.
Yeah.
Do you guys have how fast does someone? Do you guys have it documented the fastest time someone's blown through? I mean, you've only been open a few months, but to me that might be if you don't, might be a good thing to say, hey, we had someone get out of here in 37, and then put that number up there where maybe other people feel like,
For
hey,
sure.
we got to come in here and beat that number. So
For sure. That's something we have definitely talked about. And I think that we probably should start doing that. We actually just had, maybe last weekend. I mean, it was like 30, it was impressive. It was 30 minutes or
it's
less,
like
maybe.
eating a
It just
72-ounce
was
steak or
crazy.
something
Yeah.
in an hour.
So it's definitely, it would build competition for sure. I
Yeah,
think
if you
that's
do it under
something
30
to,
minutes, it's free.
or yeah.
Just like the steak
See,
competition.
now we're talking.
Yeah.
No, Ken didn't
Wait,
like
nothing's
that idea, even though nobody's done it in under 30 minutes. Ken doesn't even like the idea that it's possible.
Uh-huh.
That's a great idea.
Are you,
yeah.
Aren't you the one that's married into this family?
I am.
Boy, you married right in.
Yeah.
Joe cringed a little bit
Yeah,
on
I
the
learned
free
a lot.
thing
I
too.
like giving other people's stuff away for free, not my own.
Right.
But no, those are the ideas that help kind of separate you from other places.
For
Putting
sure.
those-
Is there such thing as too many cooks in the kitchen in this, or is it advantageous to have more people? Like sometimes I play games and it's like this would be easier if you 3 or 4 people would just go away.
Right. Right.
Stop talking. Or is it not really matter? It could be 4 people figure it out, 10 people figure it out. Doesn't really matter.
Depends on the group. I
Yeah,
mean,
just how
I've
they
had 2
communicate and
people
stuff.
come in and do great, and then you can have 8
So
people.
2 people could come in and be able to get through it too. Like
I would say
obviously
yes.
depending on
I
who
mean,
you are.
right. Yes,
Okay.
depending on that mind capacity for sure. But then you have 2 people in here, and it's a constant struggle, you know.
Yeah.
So it really just depends on the individual. But yeah, sometimes too many is too many. You
Yeah.
know, you're kind of stepping over each other, and you know, you find something over here, and you don't communicate that with the other 7 people, then you
Yeah.
have a problem. So yeah,
Okay, interesting. Yeah,
Yep.
I'm sure it just totally depends on the dynamic of the people that
100%.
show up.
It really
I
is.
couldn't wait to close that door and go sit in the control room. I mean, it might be date night for me and Jess.
I think that some people don't really realize that we're doing that either. Like, I think maybe to them we can just hear them, or you know, I don't think that they realize
Oh, I'll bet
what
you've
we're
heard
really
some-
observing. Yeah.
But you heard some stuff.
You guys had to settle any disputes between people, like bickering
Not.
or arguing?
We
Well, the
haven't
other
yet,
room
but
has
we're still pretty
handcuffs in it,
fresh.
So I'm
Yeah.
sure you guys could always come in and lock someone up too.
Yeah.
So Bailout is easily found. It is off Broadway, right across from the post office, the Laurie Theater. You're in actually a great spot as far as being close to the square with all the events that are happening, you know, throughout the summer. This would be the fact that it only takes an hour would allow people to, you know, come and do this and maybe carry on their evening over to the square or do
sure.
something else in the area. So when are you guys can people walk in? Do they need to book? How's that work?
Yeah, so they visit our website, bailoutescaperoom.com. From there, it'll give you an option to book now. So you go book now, and then that's where you'll kind of see what's available as far as our schedule. We're open Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I think it's like 5:30 to 9:30 is our latest. And then if it's not read, it's available. We book up to, I think you can book up to 8 people. If you want to book more, you just have to call us. Our number's on there, and then we can actually add more people, so people can book more than 8. So then, and also like we are offering, birthday parties. So if folks want to go on and they want to schedule a birthday party, that's obviously a phone call to us, and we can kind of get that
So
scheduled.
they need to call in. They can't just book a party online.
Correct.
Right.
And then do you guys have like drinks and stuff here? Or what's the
Yeah, they're right
How-
here.
how does-
actually,
It's
in this room.
how does that work? Are
They
we
were
allowed
when
to
I
have-
was
are we allowed
here,
to have
but,
cocktails while we're here? Or?
It's actually a new ball game for us. It's something that we're stepping into. So we're kind of open to suggestions and some new ideas. We have hosted a couple. People have brought in their pizza and cake and done their own thing and just used our party space. So again, per party, per group.
Okay, so you just bring your own stuff. So if we want to
You
have
can.
food or whatever, we can get here early.
Correct.
And
Set up and
Use
do your
the-
own thing.
oh,
Yeah,
okay,
you're just
that's cool.
basically using the space.
gotcha. And that's
Yep.
just included with renting a room.
Rent-
then just-
correct.
We have that options available before or after. we're done?
Correct. Yep.
Good birthday party idea.
Yeah.
So you did talk about the time frames. I do want to encourage everyone. Let's see, the first weekend in September, start booking on Sundays. I think Kent would really appreciate
Yeah,
it
yeah,
all through
yeah.
football season to be up there on Sundays. So pre-book those, just for me personally. I
Oh,
think
that's hilarious.
Absolutely.
Like to call
I would
him
love
right
to
now.
have it.
Are you a football fan?
We would love the
Kent?
yeah.
business. Absolutely.
For sure.
Yeah.
I assume. Are you a Packers
Oh
fan?
yeah, we're a Packers fan. They
Okay.
the Horseman family reeled me in.
I didn't know if he
on
had
that.
some type of opinion of his own, or
He did. He did.
You knew.
He did.
Ah, yeah.
I didn't know if he had to be a Packers
Yeah.
fan.
No.
It changed.
You have a
Didn't
Chiefs
have to.
fan?
Yeah, but I mean, let's move on.
Well, you brought up football.
I did. Just for him, not for me. This is about them.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Didn't want to. Just trying to start a dispute.
Sure. No, let's save that for when the door's closed, and
Yeah, when we do Horseman and you and Jess are doing it together.
it won't happen.
Okay.
Because then she's just doing it, and I'm aimlessly walking around. And
Yeah, so not all couples can buy a business
it's not
together.
me. Well, no, we could, but we could not do this thing together. It would not work.
So, well,
Be
good
like
for you guys.
going
Yeah.
on a
Yeah.
Me and my wife aren't doing a business together like this either.
So what else from a group perspective? Do you guys like to have in here? Do you have businesses that contact you that maybe need to get their employees out for some kind of team building? I mean, do you see some of that stuff?
We haven't yet, but we have had some requests. We actually have one booked coming up for Friday. That's like a group of 10 salesmen, which I thought was kind of cool, that will come in, and I'm not sure that the manager will watch or participate with them, but you can do either or. So that's always the option for everyone to know that if you do any of that team building, that you can sit behind the scenes and watch how they work together, which is the goal.
That sounds fun. See how, just like I said, just sit back and see how your staff actually interact with each
Yeah.
other.
Well, and see if you've
Don't
got
bounce
one
you
a
around,
bad
you
seed
know?
in the group too. Do we not
Yeah.
want this guy on our team anymore? He's
Or see
hell of
who-
a sales guy, but he sucks at team building.
Yeah.
What else is there? What's been your guys' favorite part so far from taking over? Like, is there anything that you didn't expect that, like, all of a sudden now you're like, oh wow, I didn't know we were gonna get this, and I really enjoy this piece of running a business or this business specifically.
Go ahead.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
I would just say
Yes,
I'm
we're so
a
mindful of
I'm
each
a people
other.
person, so I mean, again, you never know who's walking through that door, and to me that's the coolest thing. Like, like the families or the little kids, or we had a church group come in the other day, and it's just cool to see the different kinds of people. I think some people are like, oh, escape room, I can't really, that's not really for me, or whatever, but it's cool to see that for me.
Yep. And like I mentioned earlier, I just like to see when people figure things out and they get that aha moment.
Mm-hmm.
They get that, and they're laughing and carrying on. It's also really funny, when they bring kids in and the kids find something and they just leave the kids out of the picture. Like they're not listening
even
to the
entertaining
kid.
the
They're not-
kids.
And the kid's like, I got it. And then we'll type on there, hey, you might want to listen to your kid.
Yeah.
They're on to something.
Yeah.
So things like that, and just watching people enjoy themselves,
Yeah.
really, and having fun with it.
So it doesn't get tiresome to watch somebody do the same game 4 times in a row.
I don't think so.
No,
I mean,
no, not
if
at
you're
all.
in a busy day and we're hopping, and I'm not going to say when we get home from a long day being here, I crash. Like it is a total mind game. So it's a different kind of exhaustion, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys have a third room that's not completed. You know, people. It seems to me there's a theme that people that like to do escape rooms, you know, will come back and do a different experience. You know, out of town, in town. You guys got a sneak peek, or what's this third room? Is there a theme for the third room? Or what are you backing up? Get it, lean in and share with us here.
So again, it's the previous owner, Frank's kind of helping us with that, but it's a magician's dressing room.
Really?
So
you know,
that's
I know
cool.
Frank. Frank loves deadlines. Do you think it'd be great to put a deadline out here for that room to be finished?
Yeah,
Sorry, Frank.
Let's put it,
Frank under fire.
no, Frank will thank us. Believe me. Okay.
We won't set you up for that.
No,
Yeah.
but he's definitely promised I'm going to definitely be a part of that one too. So it's going to be kind of a joint effort between us and just try to come up with original ideas that nobody else has.
Awesome.
So does that come straight from you guys, or do you have like other like escape rooms from California that you can, or somewhere else that you can kind of work with?
They do. They have a lot of groups. You join the podcasts and whatever else that people run. But people actually you can trade rooms with, whoever else has them, I guess.
Yeah.
Like this is the steps, this is a room, and we'll trade you with this. Yeah. But no, I think a lot of it is original. It's just sitting in here and being like, okay, yeah, I really don't know. I would like to have really Frank and Gina to sit here and share how they did it, because it's pretty impressive, I think, to see how that worked out. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's cool. It's neat that it's going to be like just totally original to you guys. Like,
Right.
You won't be able to get the magician's changing room experience anywhere else.
Right.
So we're in the presidential suite. Is that the presidential suite? When do you decide it's time to change a room like this? Like, do you start looking at maybe the activity starts sliding and saying, hey, we've capitalized? Like, when do you change?
So I think, kind of once you kind of do it, a lot of folks are not going to come back unless they're bringing other people. So I think that, once we see kind of like a decline, people aren't booking out the room, maybe it's time to start thinking. And I think once the big factor, I guess, would be to get that third room up and going. And then once that's going, maybe start coming up with some ideas, buying some props, figure out, kind of what we want to do, get everything kind of staged, and then start the deployment.
So will you guys have 3 rooms open then, or will you open that one and then shut one down? And
No, I think we'll have 3 running.
so you have 3 running.
Yeah, and it's all, we do all this scheduling, so we'll, if that one's slower and that one's done, you can adjust all that. So
Cool.
Yeah,
I have a
very
odd
flexible.
question. Have you ever seen somebody come in twice and do the same room and act like they've never been here before? So they look really smart to somebody.
maybe.
Oh man!
Like they
I
look.
like how you prefaced it. It's an
I
odd
have to
question.
say maybe
Well, is it
because
a side question or is it a normal question?
no, I agree.
It's interesting.
I was just curious, like, like I could see somebody like coming in with like one family, and then they come in with another group of people, and just
Or
try to act
hey,
super smart.
how about the habitual dater? This is where he's bringing all his dates. Like, "Oh, this guy's
Yes.
smart.
We'll do it. Yeah.
So just curious if you've seen that.
I feel like we wouldn't know 100% maybe for us because we're new.
Yeah.
But I feel like we've had some feelings and they're either really good or they
They've
just
done this
know what's
before.
going on. Yeah.
That is funny.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
Just curious if you have like a sign-in sheet so you know if somebody's actually been here before, and you'd be like, "Hey, bro, don't try to fool anybody. We know
Right.
you've done this
Right. Well,
before."
and that's the big thing. I will say the majority of people that have done it and do that will state that. Like,
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They'll
I'll
understand.
hush or,
Yeah.
we've been here before, but, we're not going to say anything or whatever. So,
Gotcha.
and it's overall, they don't say anything. So,
Great question.
Yeah.
Loved it. This is what I like about these every week. There's always just kind of a point where that perfect comment or question comes out. And that was it. That was it for today's episode.
Yeah,
Perfect.
I'm done for the day.
cool.
You're like Costanza. You're leaving on a high note.
Yeah, see ya. I don't know. Is there anything else that you guys want to make sure that people know about what you guys have to offer here, or anything that
I don't
we
think
missed?
so. I feel like we've covered it all. It's a fun experience. If it's a rainy day, come out and see us.
And I just want to say, like, I've kind of watched from behind the scenes, you guys, get serious. And this is, you've had this in front of you a couple different times. And I've watched you guys, take it in, get serious, move forward. It's pretty cool to watch from my perspective. Jeff and I are in business. We've been in business a long time, but kind of watch someone very close go through that same experience of, what does it take getting an LLC put together, and who am I going to use for taxes? Just all those things that are on the very front end of owning a business. It's been very cool to watch you guys, and I'm sure you're meeting a whole new slew of people joining the chamber, and it just does open up a lot of new windows and potential new ventures.
For sure.
Laying in front of you too. So
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's been nice. We've had a lot of support, so I would like to thank my brother as well.
Yeah, and to me, this, you guys are exactly the reason why we even want to do this. Just seeing it going from one local family to another local family. I love local businesses and just want everybody to do their best to support everything as local as possible. So
For sure.
congratulations to you guys, and wish you guys the best of luck. And hopefully everybody in Highland sees this and decides to give this a shot and experience.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.